one of the mining regions of ancient France, mysterious events occurred, sparking legends of a fearsome creature that had dwelled underground for millennia, evolving into a horrifying beast. The year is 1965. A young man named Amir experiences a terrifying dream in which miners perish while fleeing from a monstrous entity. Awakened by the nightmare, he hastily responds to a friend's summons, reminding him of their imminent need to depart if they seek employment. Upon reaching the recruitment site, where individuals gather for arduous yet lucrative mining positions, they encounter the foreman, who holds 2 stamps, a red one for unsuitable candidates, and a green one for the chosen. As the foreman proceeds down the line, Amir faces rejection. Driven by desperation, he snatches the green stamp from the recruiter's grasp and affixes it to himself multiple times. Despite the amusement of the onlookers, he is accepted and proceeds to a mining establishment in northern France, in the region of Pacal. Unaware of his assignment to the dreaded 5th mine, ominously known as the Devil's Lair, Amir embarks on his journey. Soon after, the renowned scientist Professor Berthier arrives, requiring access to the 5th mine, a location typically reserved for offenders. At that moment, an injured miner is brought to the surface, carried by the foreman, Roland. Berthier expresses his desire to descend with him. Meanwhile, reinforcements from Morocco arrive at the mine, and Amir is assigned to Roland's crew. He acquaints himself with the miners, with Santini demonstrating the workings of the mine to him. Roland appoints an experienced mentor to guide Amir and initiates the descent into the mine. Despite feeling uneasy, Amir joins the others at depth, lighting his headlamp and taking up his tools. The work is arduous, and Amir injures his hand with a jackhammer. Roland sends him to the horsekeeper, where Amir encounters a blind horse slated for replacement by machinery. Later, Roland notices a rat in Amir's bag, which had bitten his lunch. He explains that rats sense danger, and miners feed them. Roland exchanges the spoiled sandwich for an apple and instructs Amir to resume working after the shift. Despite exhaustion, Amir perseveres. A week later, Roland announces Professor Berthier's arrival in the mine, promising substantial compensation for their efforts. The professor clarifies that they need to blast through a wall to reach a specific location. Shortly thereafter, the team ventures into the depths, and Roland entrusts the sapper with handling the explosive charge. As the dust settles from the blast, a cavity emerges, unsettling the miners, who grasp the peril of toiling near such chasms. Roland, probing for insight from the professor, hurls Berthier's notebook into the void upon encountering silence. Offering to descend first to retrieve it, Berthier finds himself in the eerie confines of the old mine's depths. His absence alarms the group, prompting Roland to recount the mine's ominous history. A blaze a century past led to the entrapment and entombment of miners. Amidst the search, Amir's party stumbles upon a skeletal figure clutching a peculiar polyhedron. Upon closer inspection, they observe crushed digits pressed against the wall, alongside an inscription forewarning of a lurking malevolence in the shadows, cursing all who dare to tread within. Santini's jests provide some relief, easing the tension as they press forward. Rejoining Roland's group, they encounter human bones and spotlight in the distance, presumably Berthier's location. As they catch up to him, demanding answers, Berthier's explanations about gathering samples seem dubious. He proposes delving deeper into the dungeon for clarity, prompting the sapper to blast open the next passage. Berthier, fascinated by ancient hieroglyphs, collects samples from the walls, hinting at their antiquity. Meanwhile, the miners discover a cache of bones intertwined with ancient weaponry, perplexing Berthier with its enigmatic origins. Perhaps these bones belong to guardians who once protected a sacred site, speculates Berthier. Suddenly, the flashlight reveals an ancient sarcophagus, sparking Berthier's theory of an ancient deity dwelling within these depths. As the professor captures the scene on camera, Roland insists on their return. The miners head back to the exit where a ladder awaits, and the horse, inexplicably, breaks free and disappears into the darkness. Confusion reigns as a collapse seals the dungeon's entrance, leaving Santini seriously injured. With Berthier's demand for secrecy, Roland's frustration boils over, though they must prioritize attending to the wounded. Harmsig, he instructs the others to scour for alternative passages, while he tends to the injured miner's leg. As they disperse, Roland shares his apprehensions about the mine's imminent closure and the intrusion of scientists. Meanwhile, Amir encounters his colleagues attempting to pry open the sarcophagus once more. Despite his protests, they persist, but fail. Recalling the polyhedron, Amir inserts it into a slot on the lid, unlocking it to reveal valuable ingots. The miners greedily grab the treasures, disregarding Amir's warnings. Feeling betrayed, Amir retreats into the shadows, overwhelmed with despair. At the sarcophagus, the group debates the ethics of disturbing the dead, unaware of a sinister presence stirring within. Amir hears panicked screams as the guilty miners flee in terror. Returning, they frantically warn the others of an unseen threat. Roland remains skeptical until skeletal fingers emerge from the darkness, snatching a miner. Horrified, the remaining miners flee, stumbling upon a grisly trail leading to their fallen comrade's mutilated body. Amidst the chaos, Amir contemplates the consequences of greed and treachery, haunted by the chilling spectacles witnessed in the depths of the mine. In the midst of the tense atmosphere, Berthier's revelation offers a glimmer of hope, providing a brief window of 10 hours free from potential disturbances. Despite his admission of limited knowledge about the place, he shares tantalizing fragments of information hinting at an ancient civilization's existence in the region. According to lore, this civilization revered a deity said to have descended from the heavens millennia ago, instilling fear among its worshippers. Ayre's assertion that the sarcophagus serves as a prison adds a new layer of intrigue to their predicament, prompting him to offer his assistance in mapping out the dungeon's layout. Meanwhile, concerns for Santini's safety weigh heavily on the group's minds as they rush to his aid. However, their rescue mission takes a harrowing turn when Santini's lamplight illuminates a grotesque entity lurking in the shadows. Despite their desperate attempts, they arrive too late to save him, witnessing his demise in a chilling spectacle. Now faced with a pivotal decision, the miners grapple with the daunting choice of confronting the mysterious creature or seeking refuge in flight. As tensions reach a boiling point, Berthier proposes a return to the tomb to decipher its enigmatic inscriptions, hoping to uncover answers that may guide their next move. As they explore further, the miners speculate that the inscriptions may hold clues to an escape route, indicating a possible exit known to the ancient inhabitants. Moving deeper into the tomb, they stumble upon a chilling sight. Human skeletons confined within iron bars, suggesting sacrificial rituals to appease the deity. Progressing cautiously, they encounter bloodstains and a chamber filled with a pool of blood, hinting at sinister ceremonies. Berthier, undeterred, ventures forth with Ayre by his side, only to trigger a trap that seals them inside the chamber. Shocked by the betrayal, Ayre realizes the miners' true intentions, eliminating any threats once an escape route is discovered. Despite the perilous situation, Berthier and Ayre decipher inscriptions, revealing the existence of 9 similar graves worldwide, each housing dormant entities awaiting their awakening. According to the cryptic messages, a destined leader must emerge to vanquish these monsters and claim supremacy. Amidst their discoveries, Ayre uncovers a palindrome, suggesting a dual-purpose entrance-exit mechanism. With trepidation, Ayre races to activate the lever as the horse's corpse springs to life, unleashing the monstrous entity within. In a tragic turn of events, Berthier embraces the creature, welcoming what he perceives as a historic encounter with an extraterrestrial being, only to meet his demise in its grasp. Terrified but resolute, Ayre rushes to operate the lever, desperately seeking to escape the clutches of the ravenous monster. Struggling to evade the relentless pursuit of the monster, the miners rally to Amir's aid, helping him escape the chamber before sealing the entrance once more. Amir, determined to lead them to safety using Berthier's notes, remains unaware of the looming threat as the monster begins to breach the chamber's defenses. Pressing onward, they reach a critical juncture, where ominous sounds herald the creature's approach. In a desperate bid to evade detection, Roland advises extinguishing their lamps, plunging them into darkness. Yet, despite their efforts, the creature swiftly dispatches 2 miners, leaving only Amir and Roland alive. With their lives hanging in the balance, Roland implores Amir to find a way out, but a grim revelation halts their progress. The monster threatens to unleash havoc upon the village if unleashed. Stricken by grief and anger at the loss of his comrades, Roland resolves to part ways with Amir, viewing him as insignificant in the face of impending doom. However, Amir's recollection of the palindrome guides them towards a new discovery, a graveyard of bones belonging to long-lost miners. Realizing their sole means of escape lies within the well for sacrifices, they venture forth, only to be confronted by the monstrous hands of the creature emerging from the debris, dragging Amir into the depths below. As Roland grapples with despair, he finds solace in the professor's notes and gathers the remaining explosives, embarking on a solitary journey. Meanwhile, Amir awakens to a chilling sight, the monstrous creature seated on a throne, clutching a miner in its grasp. Desperate to save his friend, Amir confronts the creature, only to witness the severed head of the miner speaking to him, beseeching aid in finding the way out. Realization dawns upon Amir. The creature gains strength from each life it claims, potentially ascending to godhood through fusion with its victims. Refusing to perpetuate the monster's reign, Amir drives the iron knife into its chest, eliciting agonized cries. As Amir races towards the well, he encounters Roland, who welcomes him warmly, and together they ascend the shaft, planting explosives in a final act of defiance. Yet, as the monster closes in, Roland accepts their inevitable demise, urging Amir to trigger the explosives, sealing their fate alongside the alien abomination. Amir frantically spins the handle, but to no avail. Seeing this, Roland descends to his side, seizing the box and swiftly turning the handle himself. With determination in their eyes, they both grasp the handle tightly, ready to confront their fate. As the explosion erupts, consuming both the alien and the miners, the entrance to the cursed dungeon is forever sealed. The curse of the Dungeon transcends into a thrilling genre film, shedding light on human greed and the relentless pursuit of knowledge and glory. Yet, amidst the chaos, it underscores the importance of retaining humanity even in the darkest depths, reminding us of our resilience in the face of monstrous adversity.